Good morning students. In yesterday's session we were discussing about the facets of data from the unit 1. In today's session we will discuss about the most important topic which is frequently asked in the university exam from the unit 1, which is overview process of data. In this question, if you want to if you read this or if you study this block diagram, it is more enough. Why I am saying this is the overview process is all about the unit 1. Here we have different phases. Let us come to know about the different phases later. Before that, for example, we have the third phase named as data preparation. So even it is possible to ask, just explain about the data preparation from the overview process of data. That too even in the 13 mark. So if you read or if you thorough with that block diagram, you can easily crack the questions, because here it is the block diagram says all about what is overview process. So before enter into the topic, the overview process of data, I said data is a collection of information, right? So collection of information. Why we are collecting the information? Because someone need some work to be done. Based on that we will collect the data, right? So for example, if I am the client, that is I need some work to be done with the help of you, right? So here I am asking you to collect the entire zone 8. Our zone is 8, right? So rather than I need details of each engineering college, in which specifically I need only students who enrolled the second year in the current academic year. Simply to say, I need second year students name list from each college. This is the work or this is the project I am giving to you, right? So first step is what? You will ask me what you need and what are all the things that should be specified from the specified in the data. Each and everything based on my requirement you will start collecting, right? So how you will collect the data, how you will frame the data, how you will finalize the data, whether the data is true. So for answering all these questions you need to go in a correct order. So in order to guide you in a correct process to collect the data and to make them into a visualization tool, we will use the data science process. So here are the steps involved in collecting the data and converting them into a visualization model. What are all the steps? Setting the research goal, retrieving data, data preparation, data exploration, data modeling, and presentation and automation. These are all the 6 steps that is involved in data science process. I repeat: setting the research goal, retrieving data, data preparation, data exploration, data modeling, presentation and automation. First we will discuss about setting the research goal. What do you mean by research goal? See, I am the client. I am asking you to collect second year CSC name list from all the engineering colleges which is in the Namakkal district, which is placed in the Namakkal district, right? So my simple requirement is this. Okay, so in the setting research goal, it is between the communication between the client and the one who is doing the project. So what are all the questions you have to ask them? How we have to collect the data, where we have to collect the data, what are all the data to be collected. Each thing should be defined from the client side, that is from me. So here the setting the research goal involves 2 steps: define research goal, create project chart. So in defining the research goal, you will come to know about what, whom, where and how. You have to answer, you will be able to answer all this question from the first step: define the research goal. What is create project chart? If I have given a project chart, you cannot do it over years. I will give some timelines. Within that timeline, you have to complete the work which is assigned to you. So I will say, I will ask you that I need these are all the details. I need the first phase, that is the name list alone in a 1 week, and this whole details alone in this next week, and in the final week I need to know who are all left or who are all discontinued and who are all currently pursuing the degree. So those details will be charted, that is the requirement phase. In each week what are all the details they need to be submitted, that will be charted. So in setting the research goal, the basic information is collected and the agenda is given to submit the project. So in technical terms, we will define these two steps as define research goal, create a project charter. So this is your first step, discover or define a research goal. This steps involves acquiring a data from all the identified internal and external sources which helps to answer the business question. Here the business question is nothing but you have to collect the second year name list from all the colleges, that is your business question. Okay, and the next step is retrieving data. What do you mean by retrieving data? First of all, what do you mean by retrieving? We will collect some data. We will collect some data from somewhere based on our business question. So how you will collect or how you will retrieve the data? This involves two steps, that is collecting the data from internal organization, collecting the data from the external organization. Okay, what do you mean by the internal data? So first what you will do when I have given you a question that you have to collect the name list, first what you will do, you will collect the name list from your college, right? So that will be an internal data. So wherever you are working, first you will start collecting the information from there. Suppose we have many streams in the sense many department. So we have many departments. So from each department you will collect the second year name list. So that will be your initial step, that is internal data. Okay, you completed the collecting the data from the internal organization. What is the next step? You will go to the other colleges which is present in our district. So that will come under external data. So retrieving the internal data and retrieving the external data will be your second process. So it is a collection of data which required for project. Of course, we will collect the data which is required for our project. And the second line is this could entail determining exactly what the data is required and the best method for obtaining it of both internal and external data. So while coming to this phase, you will get an idea of yes, exactly, we are going to collect this data and we are going to process this data and we are going to finalize this data. So this is the most crucial and important phase in the overview process. So the next one is data preparation. So data preparation, now we set a research goal and we confirmed with the client, and then we retrieved the data from both inside the organization or inside the college and outside the college. Now comes a preparation. What do you mean by preparation? So now you have a name list of all the colleges. Which name list? Specifically second year's name list from all the colleges. Okay, in basically you know that it is not necessary that everyone who registered in the first year must continue the second year, or it is not necessary that only the first year registered students should be admitted to the second year students. We have many options. Due to unavoidable circumstance, few students may left the college from the second year or discontinue the college, or few students may transfer from other college to our college, or in another way even the lateral entry students can directly come to the second year. So what we have to do in this phase is whether all the students and in the details is right or not, whether new students should be added or not, whether some details to be deleted or not. So everything can be processed in 3 steps. What is data preparation steps? Data cleansing, data transformation, combining the datas. So what about data cleansing? Data cleansing involves error from data entry. What do you mean by error? Suppose if suppose some students name is missed, the error from data entry, basically the human errors. And physically impossible values. What do you mean by physically impossible values? Suppose I have written some what to say, you know, right, 6218, according to the year of joining you will be given a register number. So suppose the register number is from the year 19. So it is not possible that he will be studying or he will be doing in the second year, right? So in such cases we will take that as physically impossible values. Suppose if I asked another example, clear example, if I ask you to collect the age of those students, if the age is noted as 300 years, is it possible for a human to live 300 years? Not, right? So those are all physically impossible values. Missing values. What do you mean by missing values? If suppose a student, we know the register number, we know the address, but we doesn't know the name. So those values will be missing values. Outliers. The outliers we will come in a later part while discussing deeply about the data preparation, because the data preparation is a separate 13 marks which is asked when the overview process is not asked. So the next step is data transformation. So now we have cleaned the data and the data should be what to say, combined in according to the each colleges. Suppose let us see about the PGP. So PGP engineering college students, we have many departments, right? According to the department we will split the details, we will combine the details, we will what to say, reduce the number of variables. Instead of going for department wise, we will consolidate how many, because I need only how many students studying in the second year, I don't need the department wise. So we will just consolidate or reduce the number of variables. And the last step is combining the data. Overall in the Namakkal district, these many students are studying in the second year will shows the combining of data. So the next, so here we will see the points. Data preparation. The data preparation can have many inconsistencies like missing values, blank columns and incorrect data format which need to be cleaned. So we need to process, explore and condition the data before modeling. The data clean data gives the better predictions. That is like I said before, data preparation is the most important step where we will clean out the error and we will finalize the data. So the next one is data science from the data science process. Let me revise the first 3 steps, that is setting the research goal, retrieving the data, data preparation. So as I said before, setting the research goal is nothing but defining the research goal, what, when, where, how. You have to answer, you will be able to answer all these questions. And the second step is create project chart. What is create project chart? You will fix a timeline to submit each details or each collection of data with a particular deadline. So that is creating a project chart. The next step is retrieving data. So you will collect data from both inside the organization and outside the organization. So that is internal data and external data. The third step is data preparation. Here you will clean all the errors, you will transform into a single file and you will combine all the data based on the requirements. The fourth step is data exploration. Here, okay, now we have finalized all the data, right? If it is from, if I asked you to collect only PGP engineering college name list, it will be easy and it will be readable. It will be, for example, why I am asking you to collect all this data, I need to know how many girls present in the second year and how many boys present in the second year from each colleges. So I don't want to go through a list of data. Instead, if it is given in a graphical format, it will be easy for me to visualize the data, right? So in this step, what we have to do, we will convert the data into simple graphs, combined graphs, link and brush, non-graphical techniques. What do you mean by non-graphical techniques? You will generate into a certain code. So that will be directly going for a simple, okay, what are all the graphs? You know, bar graph, pie chart is there, histogram is there, even the line graph is there, and whatever, even the chart, you will discuss the scattered plot. That is scattered plot in the sense how many girls are in day to day life. Let me give you an example. If you watch cricket, the graph will be, the graphical representation will be shown, right, how the ball flow was there and how the pitch was there and where the ball hits. Everything will be shown in a graphical format with n number of colored balls, right. So that is also exploring a data in a graphical format. So it's basically about converting the data into a simple graph format or simple visualization format. So here I have given a points that data exploration is related to deeper understanding of a data. So when we see the data, we can analyze almost, okay, here in this college the girl's strength is higher and in this college the boy's strength is higher. We can come to 50% of the conclusion in this step. So here try to understand how variable interact with each other, the distribution of data and whether they are outliers. What do you mean by outliers? I need only the engineering students name list. In case by mistake in some other college, if they give you MBA second year list also, note that also. So if it comes to a chart, we can know that I don't need MBA. So it is not related to the given project. Such type is said to be outliers. So we will remove the outliers from this step to achieve the use descriptive statistics, visual techniques and simple modelings. Those statistics model will be discussed in the unit 2 and unit 3. So now data exploration is representing into a graphical data into a graphical model and remove the outliers. So this is a graphical model. First model is here they have taken some year wise. Okay, for example in PGP, let us see the year wise strength of second years in 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it is easy to look year wise how the graph has been fluctuated. If you don't want to go for a bar chart, you can go for even a line graph, or even you can go for a distribution. The distribution also will be, the third one is distribution. What is distribution? You might have studied in normal distribution, skewed distribution, everything will be discussed in the second unit. Simply to say, this is a graphical representation. This is how the data exploration step will be there. So the next, now okay, data is finalized, errors removed and the graphical representation is done. The last two steps are data modeling and presentation of data and automation. Here we will see, okay, the enough data is collected and we will check whether the data can be modeled. What do you mean by model? Here the data can be programmized and it can be made into a software. So that will be data modeling. So in this step, actual model building process starts. That is, data scientist distributes the data sets for training and testing. What do you mean by testing? Whether it can be converted into a software or not. I cannot go for I cannot go for okay, this year academic year you have collected, what about the next year? Then I have to again come to you and ask you to collect. That is not a right process, right? So I am paying some money, right? So it will be useful for me over years. I cannot come and again fetch the fetch you regarding our business, right? So here I will ask you to convert this data into a software model. So in this step, I will check whether I can convert this data into a software model and whether I can just train this and test this model. The next one is presentation and automation. So if suppose I will be able to convert this data into a software, then I will ask for the automation. If it is possible, it will be done. If not, no, I cannot convert into a coding language or I cannot convert into a software, then I will simply submit the result as I have collected the data, but here it is not possible to convert into a software. Note that it is not necessary that every project must be completed based on the requirement. There may be impossible cases also will be there. So that will be explored or that will be presented in the last step, that is presentation and automation. In simple way to say, presentation is nothing but okay, we have done the project in such a way. Automation means I have done the software and I have updated into an automation process. So finally, after completing all the documentation, we will deliver the final baseline model with report, code and technical document in this stage. So this is all about overview process of data. I request the students to study this as a story. If not, you will not be able to write the question, because in foundation of data science, here in this topic alone they will be asking you tricky questions or scenario based question. If you understand what we are doing in each steps, only you will be able to crack the questions. So finally, I revise this topic. So data science process involves 6 steps: setting research goal, retrieving data, data preparation, data exploration, data modeling, presentation and automation. Setting research goal involves how, where, when, what. Retrieving data involves in internal organization, external organization. Data preparation involves cleansing the data, transforming the data, combining the data. Data explorations involves converting into a graphical format. Data modeling involves model variable section, model execution, model diagnostic and comparisons. Presentation and automation involves presenting data, automating the data analysis. Thank you.